Ashita, studying second BTech second semester in Srinivasa Ramanjana Institute of Technology, Anantapur. Today my topic is unchecked exceptions and checked exceptions in OOPS concept. So let's discuss about exceptions. The exceptions are nothing but unaccepted events that distribute the normal flow of a program. These events can range from the simple input errors to the more server system failures. And why the exceptional handling is important. The exception handling prevents the program crashes by providing a mechanism for a graceful error recovery and maintaining the data integrity. Next, navigating the world of Java exceptions, checked versus unchecked. So we have to know about the checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions. Understanding unchecked exceptions. So unchecked exceptions are also called as a runtime exceptions. Runtime exceptions are exceptions that the Java compiler does not force you to handle. They are subclasses of a runtime exception. So the examples for runtime exceptions are common unchecked exceptions include null pointer exception. So null pointer means accessing a null object. In this case, we can handle this exception by array index out of box exception. So this is nothing but accessing an array outside of its bounds. And illegal agreement exception. So illegal agreement exception, how to handle this is nothing. How to handle this is passing invalid arguments to a method. The causes of these exceptions are typically arise from the programming errors such as the incorrect assumptions about input data or faulty logic within the code. When to catch these exceptions is these exceptions. So it's often better to fix the underlying program causing unchecked exceptions rather than the catching them. Focus on writing the code that prevents these exceptions from occurring. For the example is compile time. When we called unchecked exceptions as a runtime exceptions, so checked exceptions is nothing but compile time exceptions. So the compile time exceptions are the exceptions that the compiler requires you to handle either by enclosing the code or throw an exception in a try catch block or by declaring a method called throws the exception. Example for this is IO exception. So IO is nothing but input output operations. So when the output operations failure at that time IO exception will be handled. Another one is SQL exception. SQL exception is nothing but database access errors. And another one is also there, class not found exception. So this is not but when the class is not found at an runtime, then this exception will be handled. These can be handled by the try catch block. And handling checked exceptions like try catch blocks. The syntax and how to structure these blocks means the try catch block consists of a try block where the code that might throw an exception is placed and one more catch block that handles specified exception types. So multiple catch blocks will be used for one. And the finally block is used to guarantee the execution of a code such as a resource cleanup regardless or whether the exception is thrown or not. Example code Spinit, a practical application of try block involves reading a file. The try block attempts a open and read the file, and while the catch block is handles IO exception if the file cannot found or read. So the best practices for exception handling is general exception handling or specific. Catch specific expressions wherever possible. Avoid using a general catch like exception is block unless absolutely necessary. So and checked and unchecked exceptions, a summary table. So this is the final table. Compiler enforcement. Checked exceptions are required to be handled at compiler, whereas unchecked are not required. And when to use these exceptions means use checked exceptions for external sources and recoverable errors. Unchecked exceptions are best suitable for handling errors. Handling methods. Checked exceptions are handled using try catch blocks or declaring throws. And impact of the code. Checked exceptions can make code more vulnerable. Use it to need for exceptional handling. Okay. Is there any Q&A and conclusion, question and answer sections? The world of Java exceptions can be tricky, but understanding the difference between the unchecked and checked exceptions is critical for writing the reboost and maintaining the Java code. Be prepared to answer any remaining questions regarding to the concepts discussed and recap the key takeaway regarding the exception handling. And thank you for giving this opportunity to discuss all the topic to you.